Syracuse, New York is no stranger to inclement weather during its winter season. The city stands a little over 40 miles away from Lake Ontario. With a population of over 100,000 people and its average 124 inches of snowfall a year, it's considered the snowiest city in America. But what happens when it isn't? When a city typically braces for its first major snowfall as early as November, doesn't see any of the white stuff until January. Some at the Syracuse Department of Public Works might be counting their blessings. It's risky business, but the DPW Commissioner, Pete O'Connor, says his employees are the best there is.
Yeah, well, our number one goal as far as snow and ice, and actually really as far as everything we do at DPW, is safety. It's for the safety of the general public, you know, and with that being said, with snow and ice, we try to, clear the roads as soon as possible. You know, we plow, we put salt on the roads, we do snow removal if there's high banks where there's sight distance issues, and that's basically really what it is for snow removal.
Shifts are broken down into day and night crews during winter months, with the night crews taking on the billet of snow and ice removal. But without any major snowfall, the crews spend most of their time as brush collectors, picking up piles of tree branches and other foliage around the city. They move in teams throughout Syracuse with a loader and 2 to 3 dump trucks. It's long and often boring work, and many of the DPW employees I spoke to said they'd rather be plowing this time of year.
Oh, it's been a very mild winter, you know.
That's Ernest, an almost 30-year veteran of Syracuse DPW. He says the mild winter is all right, but that it also cuts into that time and a half he and the rest of his crew are used to.
You know, we always look forward to the overtime, you know, to make money, and it's been, you know, a real slow, mild winter, you know, with temperature been up, not too much snow.
O'Connor isn't totally satisfied either. He says that although the DPW has definitely saved this season, he's not ready to relax just yet.
You know, we have saved money compared to what we do in normal years at this point. But once again, I'm never really happy or satisfied until the end of the season, because in the city of Syracuse, which I've known, I've lived here all my life, you can be saving money right up until the last week, and then you could blow your budget out of the water.
While the DPW is saving money and its night crews are spending the majority of their time picking up brush around the city of Syracuse, people are still able to get their skiing and snowboarding on at Toggenburg, which has 16 of its 24 slopes open despite the mild winter. Keeping those 16 slopes open takes a lot of work and a lot of snow the sports center doesn't have, courtesy of Mother Nature. So how do they stay open? They make their own white stuff. Toggenburg rental shop manager Kyle Pelcher says each employee has spent roughly 250 to as much as 300 hours making snow this year to keep the mountain open for business.
It's been hard on us. We have never made snow this long before, and we had to make snow for almost a month and a half straight.
Long hours that stretch from the evening into the early hours of the morning, only to get up and work their regular shifts.
The long 12-hour days, 7 days a week, making snow just puts a toll on us. And I was outside for 12 hours at night, and then would come in here for another 6, and then would go home and sleep and do it all over again for a month straight.
The snow they make isn't typical either. Using a chemical called Snowmax and mixing it with water pumped up through the mountain and sprayed out through what the employees call snow guns, the snow produced by Toggenburg has a melting point of about 38 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Despite the long hours and the mountain only being open for 52 days as opposed to its typical 100 or so, Kyle stays motivated by the company he keeps there.
I like dealing with people, and I like making customers happy. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the team I had in here. They make the days go by fast, and they're the reason I love my job.
Matthew Callahan, NCC News.